On first down, it's Tannehill. And Stills over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line. Line of scrimmage. Here's Tannehill now on second down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. So in jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw, Tannehill. Drops it underneath the goal. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. First carry for Frank Gore, the newest and oldest Dolphin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Gore again here on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Following the penalty, it's Gore. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
From his own goal line, Darnold. And his first look is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field.
No, check, Patriot! Watch it now, Barney!
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Back to throw, Darnold. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He was looking for a Nunwa there.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Sliding out of the pocket. Going deep here for Stills. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers. Because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them. And that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go #1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to #3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there. And while many were expecting Broadway Baker Mayfield, instead they got sudden Sam Darnold. And I think the Jets fans are going to be very happy to have him.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jordan Phillips continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
Detroit!
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is taken at about the 14. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. On 1st down, Drake. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. Hurry, go.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Watching that, Barney! Barney! Watching that, Barney! Barney!
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. On the stop, Stephon Anthony with a tackle.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Dumps off to Powell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion of what you're counting on.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Raekwon McMillan in there to get him for a loss of 5. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So 1:56 to play in this 1st half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout.
Run.
On On first down, it's Gore. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
His throw incomplete. There defensively was Buster's screen to knock it away.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense called rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
On third down, they'll run with Gore. Gore fighting him, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Frank Gore, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Dolphins add on to their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football offense?
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's brought down after a good game. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On the run, it's Crowell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now...
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Robert Quinn in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. The shotgun snap for Darnold. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On fourth down, Darnold. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Cameron Wake coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. An update from Buffalo. And the Bills have taken the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. On the handoff, it's Gore. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Jets. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Patriot! Over!
After the penalty, it's Corral. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Gun! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Darnold on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Watch him now, Barney!
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Time to establish the run game. It's Gore. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He's going to let one go deep for Park. That's caught inside the 20. Tannehill's first touchdown pass in over a year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Sanders now to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And a nice gain at 21 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man. It's Curse. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the deep...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And this is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for two. To throw is Darnold. And they're going to get the two-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. So now here come the Dolphins. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively. Tackling
him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On second down, here's Tannehill. Just keeping the play alive. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Now a handoff for Gore. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense, because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They begin with a run by Crowell. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Crowell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
No. Check. Patriot. Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense. Leopard.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Again, it's Crowell. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Gone!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Charles Harris in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
No. Check. Patriot.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Letting that there the first NFL touchdown pass for Sam Darnold as his guys are able to pull a bit closer.
And he's got to absolutely be sky high right now. The first touchdown pass in the NFL, the first of what should be many, many more. But 57 of them in 2 seasons as a starter at USC, none as sweet as that one right there for Sam Darnold. Hello, NFL, I'm here.
Darnold from the gun. And they will get back to it in 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. The return man is Grant. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots down.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I think exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. And
they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Right back to him on 1st down. He gets away from one. Brushing off defenders. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. About 3-5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's got Curse. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Darnold now on second down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Goal. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And the Jets set to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Darnold. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Anderson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. One last throw now for Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out.